Sakya Monastery was founded by Khan Kanchak Gyalpo in 1073 in the hills between Shigatse and Mount Everest. Its original name, Palsakya, described the peculiar terrain of southern Tibetan hills. When Khan Kanchak Gyalpo died in 1102, his son Sachen Kunga Nyingpo became the first of the 5 venerable masters of the Sakya lineage. In the early 13th century, Genghis Khan and his son Ogodei subdued most of northern China. Mongolian warlord Golden Khan conquered Tibet in 1240 and entrusted Sachen Kunga Gyaltsen, the 4th venerable Sakya master, to govern the region on his behalf. Sachen Kunga Gyaltsen's nephew, Drogon Chogyal Pakpa, became the 5th venerable Sakya master. He was appointed imperial preceptor of Kublai Khan and invented the classical Tibeto-Mongolian script named after him, the Pakpa script. Kublai Khan formally declared 1272 the first year of the Great Mongol State and the Great Yuan dynasty, whose name was derived from an ancient Chinese phrase meaning the Great Cosmic Source. Kublai Khan promoted commercial and cultural growth throughout the country. He welcomed foreign visitors to his court, the most illustrious being the Venetian merchant Marco Polo, who traveled along the Silk Road between 1271 and 1295, and wrote his famous travelogue called The Million. From its source in the mountains of Qinghai province, the Yellow River crosses the gorges of Inner Mongolia and the plains of eastern China, and finally flows into the Pacific Ocean. It caused devastating floods in the early 14th century, followed by decades of famine, epidemics, and great turmoil. Born in eastern China in 1328, Zhu Yuanzhang was the son of impoverished farmers hit particularly hard by the famine. He became a warrior monk and joined the Red Turban movement, a revolutionary group descended from the esoteric White Lotus Society. The Red Turban rebels rose against the Yuan dynasty between 1351 and 1368. Je Rinpoche was born in the easternmost district of Qinghai province in 1357 to a Mongolian father and a Tibetan mother. His home was in the Huangshui River Valley, located just east of Xining, almost equidistant from Kharkhorin, Lhasa, and Beijing. This area was famous for its onion fields, so while traveling throughout Tibet, Je Rinpoche was nicknamed Tsongkhapa, meaning the Onion Valley Man. The Sino-Tibetan word tsong does not only refer to the common bulb onion, but includes most plants of the genus Allium. Tsongkhapa was educated in Buddhism from an early age by his first teacher, the monk Choje Dandrub Rinchen, who taught him the concepts of vacuity, non-self, and the middle path. Tsongkhapa soon earned the sobriquet Lobsang Drakpa, meaning solemn glory. He also studied Tibetan medicine and philosophy under Rendawa Jonu Lodro, and developed a close relationship with mystic and hermit Umapa Pawo Dorje. Meanwhile, in Nanjing, Zhu Yuanzhang had proclaimed himself Emperor of China and founded the Great Ming dynasty in 1368. He and his successors ushered in an age of spiritual and scientific progress. The term Ming was associated with concepts of light and enlightenment. In 1409, Tsongkhapa renovated the Jokan Temple in Lhasa and built the famous Ganden Monastery, 40 kilometers north of the city, where he founded the Gelugpa, meaning virtuous lineage. Both the Gelugpa school and Ming dynasty were symbolized by a sun disk and a dragon. Gelugpa monks still wear a yellow hat related to the ancient worship of Saturn and the Buddha of Light. The Forbidden City was constructed in Beijing in the early 15th century, while Admiral Zheng He was exploring the Indian and Pacific Oceans. His fellow navigator Yuan sailed from Africa to North America in 1421. Tsongkhapa's nephew, Gedun Drupa, who had been ordained at Nartang Monastery in Shigatse in 1411, took over the abbotship of Ganden Monastery upon Tsongkhapa's death in 1419. He returned to Shigatse in 1447, built his own monastery, which he called Tashilumpo, and stayed there for the rest of his life. Gedun Drupa is regarded as the very first Dalai Lama. Many Buddhists in China, Mongolia, and the Himalayan region commemorate Tsongkhapa during the winter solstice period and the spring festival week, with candles and colorful lanterns, traditional foods, and sacred music.